Nice job by Kolioko recovering from that tough first period, dominating the second and third periods there. But again, really impressive showing from Rincars there. Definitely a name to watch for Morgan State.
CJ Composto ranked number 17 at 141, and he has been just unbelievably strong this season. You talk about a guy who has excelled in dual meets as well. 16-7 overall, 6-4 in duels.
A tough chin whip here by Morgan State. I'm surprised the ref did not call it two. Look for the Morgan State coach to challenge. He's already grabbed the brick.
And it goes flying.
He tried to challenge, but he threw the brick into the stands, and now they're getting the brick on the mat.
We call that an assist, Thomas Fierro. Saying, hey, I had him there, man.
Oh, man, I don't know if we have an angle of that. The Morgan State coach went to challenge, grabbed the brick, held onto it too long, threw it into his own stands.
I was just worried about the people at press row there right behind the scoreboard.
You know, you practice so many different elements of wrestling at this level. One thing that I don't know that they practice enough is throwing the challenge brick onto the mat.
You're probably right. You know, because if NFL coaches have get-back guys that stop them from jumping out on the field, maybe there's a future in this challenge brick throw coaching.
Well, now we're looking at the challenge. So you see Composto in on a shot here. Morgan State wrestler hits a nice chin whip here. Now, what they're going to be looking for is if Composto's body has enough momentum to go through fully with the motion. Does he have enough time to react to that motion? So they're going to look to see here if he's really controlling him in this position. And when it happened, it's a really tough call to make, so I'm curious to see what the refs do.
You know, that was just a hair longer than a bang-bang situation.
Totally. And I think what the two refs are going to be talking about, the main ref... Okay.
It's confirmed no takedown. Kenny Monday doesn't like that decision.
And you can see the Morgan State coach having a little bit of a smile here. I'm sure he's thinking about that challenge brick toss too. Composto, great single leg, quick finish there.
That's big for Fierro as well, as a 2-12 wrestler on the season. The opportunity to go up early on a guy like Composto goes wonders for your morale and your confidence moving forward, but now Composto back in the driver's seat.
Well, that's 100% that belief that we were talking about earlier, where Coach Monday wants to build that mentality, because if you believe that you can compete at this level, there's no reason that you can't. These guys are all great athletes. Most of them are state place winners in high school, state champions. They're used to competing at the highest levels. And what you've seen in the last two matches here are Morgan State wrestlers not afraid to take risks, to take tough shots, to hit a chin whip in a match, and taking the Penn wrestlers by surprise. And you've got Fierro here in on another great shot. Let's see if he can finish it. Composto really tough in this position. Fierro able to get that single leg up to a top position, but he's got a kind of weak grip on it.
No way. Composto powering through. Is he going to turn this into a takedown?
Unbelievable counter there from Composto.
Oh, man.
I've watched a lot of wrestling. I can't say I've seen too many guys hit a double leg while their leg up was in a single leg. Really impressive athleticism from Composto, not just to maintain his balance, but to get enough momentum and inertia to hit a double leg from that position. Just goes to show that he is a real athlete.
So a stall's been called on Composto.
And this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. They're really incentivizing action. There is very little patience from refs now. If you are not actively trying to advance your position on top and work towards a near fall, they will call those stall calls very fast.
So back to that from Composto. Just so we're clear, that was a one-legged takedown, powering through when you have one leg in the air.
A single leg counter, double leg. I've never seen it in all my years.
Add it to the bingo card. You might see it again sometime.
There you go.
6-1 for Composto. So what do the refs want to see Composto doing here on top?
Yeah, so what they want to see him doing here is working to the side. Where you're going to get dinged for stalling is if you're riding in a parallel position. So what Composto is doing right now, for example, he's got that wrist control. When he works out to the side, he's showing the ref that I'm working to advance my position here. I'm working actively towards a near fall. Now you can see him going for that roll through tilt. This is exactly what Kolioko was attempting to do when he got reversed. Composto able to control that well and get his 4 near fall right at the buzzer.
Composto will also start down to begin this period with a 10-1 lead after those 4 back points.
Impressive wrestling there from Composto to take, again, one of the least favorable positions in neutral wrestling is when a guy has your leg in a high single leg, to not only not give up points, but to turn that into points. For him is essentially, it's like a turnover in football, where your team's in the red zone, you think you're going to score, and you threw a pick 6. That's essentially what we just saw.
That's one to add to his highlight reel.
For sure. It was a Deion Sanders-esque primetime type pick 6.
Headgear readjustment here for Fierro. You know, for Kenny Monday, this is also a coaching opportunity for Fierro. You know, just say, hey, no matter how long you wrestle, you're probably not going to see that again. So,
well, I think if you watch the tape, there are a couple coachable moments in that single leg. He was holding it in a position where he wasn't able to control the leg as much as he wanted to. Another nice takedown there for Composto as he goes up 14-1. But again, if you watch that single leg, he was holding the leg with one leg. What you want to see a wrestler do is grab it with both of your arms there, pull that leg up into your armpit, really control the balance of the other wrestler. Fierro was only able to hold it with one leg. You could tell that he was battling just to hold that position, which Composto took advantage of. Composto working on an armbar here, looking to finish this match, and able to get his near fall.
There's the 4 points. Composto releases here. It's already over, but now he's looking for the pin. He does flatten him out.
30 seconds.
Fierro keeping those hips flat. And Composto casts his eyes skyward saying, I almost had him. But a tech fall win will have to be enough for CJ Composto.
Impressive counter wrestling there from Composto, and really taking advantage of the favorable top position. We're watching the replay here. Great on that single leg, cuts across his body, able to get it. And there again is the incredible single leg defense into a double, turning a -3 into a +3, a 6-point turnaround. Beautiful wrestling there from Composto. Here again on a single leg, able to get around, and you can see he's quick to work his turns on top, going